are sitting here in South African's Kalahari, close to the border from Botswana. On my left, Doug and Brendan from Kalahari Outfitters. On my right, Simon, eldest from a close village. Let's start with Simon. What is the benefit about hunting? What brought hunting to your village?
I'm Simon. I came from piece of land here in Northwest, nearby here in Kalahari. I work here in an outfitters called Kalahari Outfitters. Here we work under Sedaki and we work as a team. We are united. During the year we get many hunters here from different places from overseas. We work nicely at this outfitters. We got many animals here. During hunting time, after hunting time, when the hunters left, they gave us some tips, clothes, and meat. So for me to work here is very important because I can look after myself and my family. Other places here around us are many farms of the black farmers. So the animals in these farms are scarce because of poaching. Here by us, we look for each others and we take care of our animals here. So I'm very proud to work under these outfitters. Our owner is also a very good man because there are many schools and clinics around us and they got meat from our outfitter. So I don't even think myself to do some stupid things by killing some animals to try protect my family. Yeah, it's nice. I hope God shall keep us working together in peace and for a long time and looking after our animals in peace. Thank you.
So what Simon said, what I understand with the funds from hunting, what you provide as an outfitter, with these funds, they are not going now direct in your pocket. You support the local people. They have schools, they have small clinics. They get, of course, the meat from the hunting. And what is very, very important, they have even now the chance to work by you, to have some incoming from the hunting.
Yes, good morning, Erich. Sorry, I must agree with you that this Simon and his family has been with us now since 1999. We've been blessed to have them in our team. We've been trying the last years to support the community, not by only giving meat, by ensuring people that they have a good job and providing for them when they're here. And this providing for them doesn't go to just giving someone a salary, because here we have family. Not only it's not just a working relationship, and we try and help the guys medically, with schooling, transport. So it's more than just the one thing. But we've been very blessed. That we've had many great clients in the past, and who have been generous, and also we've made contributions towards the vicinity. In the area we live in, it's mainly a dry area, which we are all forced to do cattle farming, all forced to do hunting. And the hunting has really provided, on a cattle farm where there's, for example, 10,000 hectares, people would employ maybe 2 or 3 workers. On our land, we employ around 40 workers, starting from cleaning ladies, skinners, trackers, drivers, and so on. So yes, we try and make a positive contribution.
In the last days, when we was here roaming a little bit around in your area, we have seen really a very, very healthy and good growing wildlife population. And I was surprised to see a lot of rhinos here.
Yes.
How it comes, for maybe 40, 50 years ago, there was less than 100 white rhinos in this area. And now, only in the last days, I count maybe 150 to 200 rhinos.
Yes, South Africa is a great example, where hunting is conservation. These rhinos, to get them, for the population to grow, there's a mammoth task that goes with it. A person has to have a very strong anti-poaching unit that also has to get supported. We have to have, in a dry area like this, you have to provide enough food for these animals, and really look after them. And the money that comes in from the hunting has been financing this. These animals, the numbers are thriving. I think South Africa's numbers in general speak for themselves. It's the southern point of Africa and North America are great examples of where hunting has financed the growth of populations. And yes, plenty of animals, but we really look after them. When we do have clients, we really select the animals we shoot. You try and find the old animal that's not in a productive state or at the end of his time, and those are the animals you harvest. Young animals that are in good condition and that are still contributing to the growth of the herds. We try and select properly which ones we shoot and try and make sure that the right ones genetically, the best animals are kept so that we can get better genes for the future, for our children and the future hunters.
So what you say is, through selected hunting,
yes,
and management, special from these instinct species, it's very important to keep them alive, to grow this.
Yes, for sure.
Because I see there is a lot of expense what you have to pay to take care of rhinos. Yes. It's not only about the health treatment, also the anti-poaching. How is the poaching here?
In our area, we're very blessed. It's very it's far from any cities or towns. So our general area, the poaching is not as high as areas closer to the cities, as the population of people is less. But there is poachers. There are people that want to come and at night, from not only rhinos, they want to, they shoot eland or anything else for meat. But in our area, we've tried to have a positive influence with our community to support them with meat so that the general people around us don't need it. The people working for us, we try and make sure that they're taken care of and they take care of us. So it's really a win-win to look after them and they look after us. And then, it goes back to the age-old thing where if something has value, people look after it. If rhinos, at the moment, there's for the last, well, not only now, but for the last 5 to 10 years, it's been a big struggle for us to try and get our government to open and legalize rhino horn trade, to make rhinos more valuable so that people would look after them even more, because if something has value, people look after it. And that goes not only for South Africa but the rest of the world. If a small example, if oranges were worth 50 cents, no one would farm oranges. If oranges are worth a good amount of money for the farmer, everyone plants them. So that same principle goes back into game farming, goes back into anything else. We really want to look after the rhinos. The funds raised through that give us the advantage to be able to have a strong anti-poaching team, and then to take care of the community through the rhinos, and then also the general hunters just hunting plains game. All of that contributes to the conservation.
When you say this about volume from animals, a very good example is even here the leopard.
Of course.
South Africa closed the hunting of leopard. There are no permits for leopard, means the leopard have no value more.
Oh, Erich, this is a headache for each game farmer in our country. If they've closed the quota now, probably for the last 5 years or so, and if a farmer in our area who's a cattle farmer finds a leopard who's caught a baby cow or caught a big cow or whatever, he gets rid of it because it has no value. So for him, the best thing is just to get rid of it, and that's the end of the line. Whereas if our community, our nature conservation officers have given us permits, even if they only give us 1 permit a year, and this theory goes for cheetahs included. If we had to just get 1 or 2 permits a year, that animal has a big value. If that farmer can get $10,000 or $20,000 for him, he would not have a problem for this leopard to catch 1 cow or 2 cows, because he knows there's a general value on that animal. And so through that, people will look after them and conserve them and make sure the population grows. And that's our biggest struggle at the moment.
In my opinion, that hunting is really a main tool of conservation.
For sure.
It's very important for the local community and help also our future generation to see wildlife even in 50 years, in 100 years, in good numbers.
Yes, you know, I mean, if you look at a country like Kenya, which has been closed since the 70s, Kenya has lost 70, even maybe 80% of its wildlife. Now, in South Africa, in Namibia, where animals have a value, the animal numbers are thriving. They're booming, going through the roof. Where something like a species like the sable, 20 years back there was maybe 5,000 sables in our country. At the moment, there's close to 40,000 sables in our country, and that's just through conservation and placing a value on animals. And in that way, not only does it support the animals, it supports the people. Because in our area where it's far away from any city or town, we are privileged enough to be able to support our community and the smaller communities, what people don't see on TV and don't see and hear of. This is where hunters come through and provide in very, very secluded areas.
I understand very, very well. Thank you for all the information from the first hand. Thank you to guys like Brandon, who spent his time as a PH in the bush, and he could go easily somewhere in a city, had a nice life.
Good morning, Erich. Thank you for having me. So why I became a PH, for me, is to contribute to conservation. I think through hunting, the animal numbers have increased a lot during the past few years. And for me, I want my children and grandchildren to see the animals that I see today. I want them to know what a big kudu look like and what a big eland look like and what a rhino is. So that is important for me. And I love being in the bush. To be part of a hunting industry is really a privilege, and to help other people from different countries to have a nice experience and to learn a lot from our country and our animals. That's also very, very important for me.
So I must say thank you to Brandon, who is doing a very, very good job. I have to say thank you to you, Doug, for all this information. And I wish, of course, good luck to Simon and his family and his village. And thanks a lot to be here.